What's up guys, Genosha Prime here, and today we're going to be talking about my class setups. So recently my friend Dan has been asking me what class setups I use because of all these kills I've been doing, and especially in my new game or the newest video I got where I uploaded last week, where I dropped the my new high KD ratio that I've ever dropped so far, and at least Black Ops 4. I don't know about BO3. I don't really remember what my highest KD in that game was, but in at least Black Ops 4. So today, I thought I'd kind of help him out and help out my friends, because I know I have a friend that is just starting, so maybe it'll help him, and maybe it'll help out some of you guys. So yeah, let's get into it. So for my first class, I have the Rampart 17. Now, for the attachments I have for this is Fast Mags, High Caliber, and Grip. Fast Mags, it just helps me reload faster, so when you're in the gunfights and you have to hit the reload, it's super fast, and you'll be able to just hop right back into the fight, and you'll be able to kill them. For the other attachments, like High Caliber, it'll help. This gun is, the damage is amazing, especially with the High Caliber. It's basically almost, I think it's a 3 or 4 tap in the head, and they're dead. Easy gunfights, especially with Grip. That'll help you lock on, and it'll help reduce the recoil, and you'll be able to lock on faster to your enemies. It helps out a lot. And then I also have Stim Shot, which helps me heal faster, so when you're in those tight situations and you have to heal, you can quickly pop that, and by the time that you get into the next gunfight, your health will already be there, and you'll be able just to heal right back up if you get damaged. And then I have, for my perks, I have Scavenger and Gung Ho. Scavenger helps me out, so when I run out of ammo, I'll be able just to quickly hop right back on, and I'll be able to get more ammo, and I can get back on those streaks. Gung Ho, it helps me swap faster, and I'll be able to get back on those fights faster too. Especially when I go to, if I do run out of ammo, when I have to pick up a weapon, it'll help me out, and it'll be able to swap guns faster. And then for my second, I have a sniper class. I have the Paladin, HB 50. And for the attachment, I have FMJ and Stabilizer. The reason why I have this is FMJ, it helps me out, it deals a little bit more damage, so I don't hit marker as much, since most snipers, they hit marker a lot, but this will give me a little bit more of an edge. And then I have Stabilizer to help me scope in case if I do have to hard scope in some points, or something like that. And then I also have my Strife as secondary, so in case if an enemy comes up behind me, I'll be able to just quickly swap and be able to kill. For my gear, I have Stim Shot, and then for my perks, I have Scavenger, Lightweight, Dexterity, and Dead Silence. Scavenger, like I said earlier, it just gives me more ammo in case I need it. Lightweight, it helps me get faster, so when I'm playing S&D, I'll be able to run faster to the area that I need to go to if I'm using this class, and I'll be able to get there before the other team can get there, and I'll be able to pick off a few kills. Dexterity, it helps me out it makes it faster to climb up ladders, so on Payload or Gridlock, kind of those maps where they have ladders, I'll be able to mantle or climb up faster. And then Dead Silence, just to be sneaky and be able to sneak up on enemies and kill them. For my third class, I have the ICR-7. Now with this class, I have for my attachments, I have Reflex, Grip 1 and 2, and Long Barrel. Reflex, I kind of use that because I'm not a big fan of the optic on the gun, so I like to use that. And then with Grip 1 and 2, basically you're eliminating all of your recoil, so this helps a lot out when you're doing long range fights, because there's not as much recoil, so it's basically you're going to win those gunfights, and it helps with Long Barrel because you'll be able to win those fights a lot easier. And then for my gear, I have Stim Shot, and for my 2 perks, I have Scavenger and Dead Silence. Scavenger, as I said earlier, gives more ammo. Dead Silence, I'll be able to sneak up on enemies, they won't be able to tell. And then I also have a trophy system in this class. You can always swap this out for Gung Ho or whatever, but sometimes I like to use this when I'm playing kind of Search and Destroy, Control, Hardpoint, those type of game modes. Maybe as in Shipyard. For this next class, I have the SOG 9mm. I have 3 different classes for this. One is I have Grip, Quick Draw, and Stock. There is one thing that you can do if you are a person who uses this SOG and you can't do it without an ELO or an optic. You can always throw ELO on. Me personally, I'm not, but like because it says 9 out of 10, that's kind of where I left that open. So I mean, I could just throw on an extra like dead silence. I can just throw on, but you can always put in ELO. And then I also have for the attachments for this class, I have grip, quick draw, and stock. This is just to help with like recoil and like when you're rushing and you have to hit like you have to slide in or jump in through like the corners and like try to get the first shot off because of how they made this game, and you have to like basically it's whoever shoots first basically wins unless they're that bad and they can't hit their shots. You just have to get lucky, kind of like that thing. I have stim shot for this because this is a kind of like a rush, and I like to use either stim shots for most of my classes, but like for some rushes, like you'll see later, I'll use acoustic sensor. I have voice crack. I have the trophy system to help me out in my to win the fights for like S&D, control, hardpoint, safeguard, that thing like I said earlier with the SCR. For my perks, I have scavenger, dexterity, and dead silence. Forgot what dexterity was for a second. Like I said earlier, scavenger helps you get more ammo because this gun runs out of ammo pretty quick, so you're going to be going through it a lot. Dexterity helps you climb faster, get to those spots where you want to like sneak around. Like with dead silence, it helps you be sneaky, so you want to sneak around to the enemy for anyone who's camping, or you want to get behind their spawns and they're in some kind of area where you need to climb up. You'll be able to get there faster. For the other version, I have the only thing I got rid of was the optic, and I have dead silence on this, and then I also for this one I have a concussion, but you can always swap out dead silence and put in a concussion, like a second concussion. So when you're in those hard points and you're trying to like say the enemy has the hard point, you can just concussion the hard point, come in, take everyone out, and then just get on the hard point and secure it. I just don't have it unlocked, so it's not in this class setup, but just be aware that you can just put in a concussion for this class. For my next one, it's more of an S&T and control. So I have the optics are the same, except, or not optics, attachments, except there's no optic, and you're switching stock for fast mag. So it's grip, quick draw, and fast mag 1. This will help you out, so when you're rushing more, you'll be able to, since you run out of bullets faster, you'll be able to quickly do a reload and get right back on the train. Stim shot helps you heal faster. A trophy system, like I said earlier, it helps you out because then you're going to be able to quickly throw that down. Anyone who has like battery, when they throw like war machine and clusters or just a frag grenade, it'll destroy it. It'll help you out and save your life. I have scavenger, dexterity, and dead silence. That's my 3 perks. Like I said earlier, scavenger runs out of ammo quicker on the SOG 9mm. Dexterity helps you quickly mantle up, get into the hard point, sneak around with, and the dead silence to be quicker. You can easily sneak in to like on Nuketown, on the houses. You can easily mantle up into the top of the house if the enemy has the hard point, and then you can just sneak around, get it, and win the game. For my main class, usually where I like to run, because I like to rush, the SOG, it's a good gun. I'm not the best at it. What I really like, where I really stand out, is with the Maddox RFB. Now, with this gun, I like to run ELO, quick draw 1 and 2, and stock. It helps me out with recoil, so I can easily win close range things. So I can say I'm like scoped in, I can easily just quickly like scan over, lock onto the enemy, kill him. I like to run acoustic sensor with this since this is my rushing class. Like I said earlier, I like to use mostly stem shot, but in some cases like the Maddox, I like to use acoustic sensor because I kind of rely on that to tell me where the enemy is and where I can find him. For my perks, I run Scavenger, Dexterity, and Dead Silence, like I said earlier. Ammo, Mantle Clicker, and Sneaky. And then for my other Maddox class, because I have 2 of them, instead of this is more of like S&D control hardpoint. I replaced Dead Silence with Trophy System. Nothing to really, you don't really have to do that. I just do that in case if I really need it. If there are those enemies that do have like War Machine, or are running battery, that are equipped with frag grenades or concussions, 9 bangs, those kind of things. And then for my final, no, not my final class, 2 more. For this class, I have the KN57. For the KN57, I like to run hybrid mags, rapid fire, quick draw, and stock. Hydra mags, they help you. It's kind of like a mixture of, it's not the full version of it, but it's like a half and half of extended mag and fast mag. So it'll give me a little bit of edge and a boost to have a little bit more ammo capacity, but also a little bit of an edge to hit the reload faster in case I have to do it. The other edge I also have is rapid fire, so it helps you shoot faster. You'll be able to kill the enemy faster, because this gun does amazing damage. So the only thing you need is just, it helps out when you have rapid fire, so you'll be able to shoot faster and deal more damage. Voice crack. Shut up. Nobody make fun of me for that. Quick draw stock, it, like I said earlier, it just helps with the recoil with close range fights, because this gun is kind of meant for, you can do like, it's a lot harder, but I mean you can kind of deal with like close range fights. But yeah, so then for my gears, I like to run Stim Shot. For the 2 perks I have Scavenger and Dead Silence, like I said earlier, ammo, silent. You gotta sneak up on those enemies and get on that either hard point. You gotta sneak up on the enemy to, I don't know, S&D control, whatever you want to do. But for the final class I have, this is kind of more of like, I want to mess around with my friends or challenge with melees. This is kind of my main class, so for like that kind of stuff. So you can use any melee for this. It's just, in this case, I have the full stop sign melee because I was using it with my friends. We're doing a melee only challenge, which actually you'll be able to see that in a couple weeks. It'll hopefully be coming out. I think you guys really enjoy that video. And all in all, this is a really good class. I like to run acoustic sensors, so like when I find a spot that I want to control, I'll control the area and it'll help me out. So in case I don't, like if I have a UAV up and I don't see the person or they have ghost, it'll help me out because then it'll easily pinpoint the enemy. I'll be able to run over, wait for them to come around the corner, pop, get them. I like to use 2 tomahawks so that I'll be able to win semi kind of like long range fights, since the melee is only like really close up and tight, and it, like you have to be able to hit them or be in the thing so that the lunge can at least take effect and kill. But tomahawks, it just allows me to do a little bit more of the range fights. I'm not that good at them yet. I'm working on it, but you can at least hit some kind of long range fights. For my perks, I like to run Tactical Mask, Gung Ho, Dead Silence, and Ghost. For Tactical Mask, it just helps me out. So like when there's an Ajax on the field and he's throwing 9 bangs or somebody's throwing concussions, it helps me out because then I won't be affected. So when they think I'm affected, I'll just be able to run up and kill them or tomahawk them. With Gung Ho, it could easily be swapped out for Dexterity. It's just your point. To be honest, I would probably prefer, now thinking about it, using Dexterity. But you can use Gung Ho, but I would probably prefer Dexterity. For Dead Silence, like I said, you can sneak up on enemies. It works a lot better with melees because you need to be quiet. You need to be able to sneak up behind the enemy. You need to be able to get that kill. Because it's a lot challenging more than being able to use a gun to win the like long range fights. Ghost, so that whenever they have a UAV, because most people, when you're running a melee weapon, you want to be constantly moving around to get the enemy. So you're basically invisible to the people on the minimap, or the enemy that's looking at the minimap for when they have a UAV. But yeah, I kind of personally like the fact of me doing these type of videos. So if you really do enjoy these type of videos where I go over tips and tricks and I do like class setups and stuff, hit that like button. Tell me down in the comments if you want to see more like this, or if you want to see like more like when they do kind of like an update night thing, like you want to see like when they nerf guns or buff them, and you want to see what they do and how power they are, how bad they are, you know, that type of stuff. I can also do that. Just tell me in the comments section if you guys want to see more of like that. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, share it with your friends, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.